18. Sorry, I was a few minutes late today. Oh, what? Can't rub my board clean. What's happening? Oh no! Nightmare. Right, let's hope this side works then. Yeah, it does. Alright. Hi Trace. How are you, mate? Okay, we got some flexibility. We got flexibility, mobility, and injury prevention today, guys. So I'll write it all out. Hi Lou, how are you? Hi Heather. Hi Jude, hi Ranj, how are you? Yeah, nice to have you back in with us, Jude. Good to see you. Always happens. We start writing out the session, and my writing starts off really, really good. And then by the end of the sheet, it's just a scribble. Like, I remember what to do on that bit, doesn't it, to make the writing good. Okay, a couple more minutes then, we'll get going. Another minute then, folks. What's on this weekend, by the way? Anyone got any competitions this weekend? I know some people have started competing now, haven't they? Right, let's get it going then. Are we ready? The answer is yes. Alright, let's get it going. First thing we're going to be doing is sitting on the floor. Pretty straightforward. I'm just going to move the chair out of the way so I can see my monitor. Okay, so seated on the floor. First thing we're going to do is a muscle energy technique. Okay, I call it the squatters because I always think of people who are squatting, sitting like this. I want you to wrap your arms around the outside of your knees and then link your hands. And then all I want you to do is push your knees into your elbows, the elbow ditch, and push out to them. So what we're doing, we're turning on the muscles on the outside of our hip and releasing the other ones as a result. So into position, and then what we're going to do, we're going to push it about 20% for 20 seconds, 4 times. You all know the deal by now. Ready? And off you go. Okay, so it shouldn't be physically taxing. I know I say this all the time, but I feel like I need to remind some people, you know, if you're getting physically tired doing this, you're pushing too hard. Simple as that, really. Okay? Okay, and relax. Shake it out. Okay, back into position. And off you go. And you can take this moment to kind of make your lower back go from flexion into extension as well. Tilt that pelvis forward. And then bring it back. If you can, if that's too much, then just focus on your legs. Now relax. Shake it out. Back in. And off you go. And relax. We've got the last one coming up. Shake them out. Back into position. And off you go. And relax. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to start the session now. We're going to do some flexibility, some mobility work, and then later on in the session we're going to do some more injury prevention type stuff as well. But first of all, we're going to loosen up our lower back, and we're going to do that with the knee rock. I know you all know this one by now. So lie down flat on your back, palms facing the floor. Let's have your knees up above your hips. And what I want to do for the start, make it a little bit of a core exercise. We're going to keep our knees together, take them close to the floor, and then bring them back up and over, okay? So don't let them touch. Okay, now we're going to stretch. So I'm going to encourage you to do whatever feels good for you. Just take your knees side to side, feel that stretch in your lower back. Okay, now feet in the middle, we're going to put one leg out. What we're going to do is grab underneath the thigh of one of our legs, and then from this position we're going to put our toes up, and we're going to straighten into as much as we can until we feel the stretch on our hamstring, and then bring it back. And we're going to do 10 reps on each. Just take it to that stretching point, then bring it off, take it back, and so on. Let's go for 10 reps. Once you've done the 10, let's swap legs, same thing again. Pull that thigh up into your chest as much as feels comfortable, toes up towards your knee, and then 10 more reps. Straighten at the knee to as much as feels comfortable for you, feel the stretch, then back it off. Slow that breathing down now, guys. Really breathe into those points where it feels tight. Okay, feet down now. Arms out to the side again. So we're into that T shape now. What I want you to think about doing, we're going to rotate across with our foot, touch, and then come back to the middle. And we're going to do 5 reps each side. Okay, so I'm going to take my left foot over and back 5 times. Keep your palms down, that'll keep your shoulders on the floor, then we're going to swap sides. So in your own time, off you go. Okay, I want you to grab both of your knees now if you're able to. If you can only grab under your thighs, grab both your thighs. Pull your knees into your chest. And then what I want you to think about doing is just holding them nice and tight and rolling on your lower back on the floor. It's kind of like a self-massage. Okay, and make your way up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a kneeling thoracic mobility exercise. If you can kneel down, that's great. If you need to do a seated, you can as well, but it just might be a little bit harder for you, okay? So from what we're going to do, I want you to think about keeping your hips nice and neutral as we come up and put my hands above my head, and what I'm going to do is twist back. So my right arm is going back as my left arm is going forward, but you need to actively think about pushing your right hip forward, okay? So look, we're coming up. I'm pushing my right hip forward, 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 and down. And that's one rep, and we're going to do 3 on each side, okay? So when we do the left side goes back, need to push our left hip forward. Okay, so we're going to do 3 on each side, into position. Let's have a go at it. Make sure to keep on breathing. I'm going to go left side first now, you guys go whichever one you want. Off you go. Stay nice and upright if you can. Keep that hip forward. Other side now. Good. Couple of rotations side to side now, just loosen that off a bit. And up and down. Well done, that's an intense one. So what we're going to do is a couple of peaks and valleys. Stretch up nice and high, keep your legs as straight as you possibly can. Don't worry if you have to bend them, but just keep them as straight as you can and walk your hands out until you're at the point where you can bring your hips through. And if you need to go down onto your forearms, go down onto your forearms. Otherwise, just move around a little bit here and feel the stretch where it feels good for you. And then we're going to walk our hands back in. Keeping your legs straight again if you can. And then hold this position, let your lower back hang loose. And then we're slowly going to stand it up. And let's go for rep number 2, same thing again. Feel it on that lower back. And roll yourself up. And we're going to do one last time, guys, okay? Breathe in. Stretch up. Nice and straight with those legs if you can. Okay, we're going to come back up slowly now. Control the hips up first. Use your core to get them nice and level. Then start walking the hands back as you push your hips up in the air. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can to feel the stretch in your hamstrings and your lower back. And then up we come nice and slow. Good, well done. Okay, we're going to do some 6-point rock, 5-point rock, frog rock. Let's start opening up the hips, then we're going to do some injury prevention stuff on the hips, alright? So, down into position, knees just outside hips, hands under shoulders, and let's get back and put some compression through the hips, nice and slowly, okay? Controlled, guys. Squeeze at the hip. Think, are you going back dead straight? See how it feels? Make the adjustments. Okay, knees a little bit closer, same thing again. Try to keep that lower back in extension rather than letting it flex over, okay? And now let's put it into flexion and do the same thing. So let me do that from the side. So we're going to keep our lower back in extension first again, watch. So my lower back is in extension, my pelvis is tilted forward. Okay, so let's do a few like this. This is all about understanding and being able to control your pelvis. Kind of like proprioception work as well. Okay, now we're going to take our lower back into flexion. And the movement feels very different. You'll feel a stretch in different places. Good. Okay, now don't worry about that so much now. Just think about staying neutral. Let's do the 1 foot out to the side. 5-point rock. Off you go. Really sit into it. Feel that stretch on the inside of your leg. And swap sides. Okay, back up into middle position. Now we're going to do the frog rocks. We're going to turn our feet out. Look forward if you don't know what I mean. See how I'm turning my feet out? And we're going to do the same thing again. Rock back and forth like that. You're going to feel more of a stretch on the inside of your legs again. Even more of a stretch, I should say, not more. Well, yeah, more, I mean, you know, same thing. And just move through this range. It's a lot more controlled. Nice and slow. Feel the stretch. Good, and well done, we're finished there. Okay, so have a little break, shake anything off that you need to. We're going to go into the next exercise, which is the windscreen wipers, or the 1990s. And we're going to add a little bit to it today, okay? So let's get into position then. Everyone in here should know this by now, and if you don't, eyes forward at this point. You want to try and set yourself up with 90 degrees in the back, 90 degrees in the front. From there, we're going to try to move this leg independently first as much as we can, and then at the point that you can't move this one anymore, that's when you can start moving this one. Okay? And then we take our legs all the way over to the other side, and that's 1 rep. 1 rep is when you actually take it back as well. Now, you want to try and be sitting upright as much as possible. If you need to lean back and use your hands, lean back and use your hands, no problem. Do what you can. We're going to go for 3 reps. Okay, nice and slow. Let's do it. You say, in your own time, guys, try to keep your butt cheeks down. Remember to breathe. It sounds so stupid, but I mean, I know myself that I forget. Okay, rep number 2 coming up. Just a little readjustment to reset, and off I go. I know some of you find these easier. Stop showing off. No one likes to show off. Just last one coming up. Okay, that's me done for those. So I'm just going to rest. We're going to do another set now, but I'm going to let everyone have a chance to catch up. And if you finish, just rest like me, shake your legs out, get some movement through those hips. So what we're doing, we're taking our hips through their end ranges of passive motion, active mobility. Excuse me. And that's how you get more mobile, is being in control of your end range movements. You increase your mobility. So what we're going to do now is start adding, so either side, once you get to this side, what I'm going to ask you to do is try to lift yourself up and then bring yourself back down and then rotate over. Now if the lifting yourself up is a little bit too hard, don't do it. Or what you can do is help yourself by putting your hands down to just give you a little bit of a help up, squeeze at the top and then come back down. Okay, and again, I'm just going to do 3 reps. So, yeah, a little bit of a break while I get rid of cramp in my foot. Okay, let's set it up. So the first lift is going to be after the first rotation. So let's set up into position. 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Get that external rotation as much as you can. Then start bringing the internal rotation in. Lift up if you can. Use your hands if you need to. Control it all. Don't just drop back like I just did. I'm not adding something special here. I'm cramping up in my hamstring. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. Sweating. Woo. That one makes me sweat. A little bit of a break now, a little bit of a breather. And we're going to get him back into position and we're going to do a stretch, okay? Okay, into your 1990s. And all I want you to do is turn your torso so that you're facing your front leg and then just lean over it. Just relax into it. Okay, then bring your torso up if you're able to get all the way down. And take yourself over to the other side. We'll do the same thing on the other side, okay? So get yourself set up, and once you're ready, lean your torso over that front leg. Just try and melt into it. Okay, and slowly bring yourself back up. Good. And if you've got a wall now, you feel free to lean back against it, but don't need to. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring them in as close as you can to your butt, I suppose. And then let your knees fall down to the side. And if you want to give them a little bit of a hand to push and increase the stretch, you can. Just really breathe into it. Bring your knees in, nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. Good. So we're going to go into tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. That's the start. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take our right leg forward, we're going to slide our left knee back as much as we feel comfortable. Okay, so the reps here, we're going to be doing, drop your elbow down, and then bring it back up, twist open. Okay, we're going to do 10 reps there. Off you go. Just take your elbow down as much as you can, and then up into the ceiling. So you don't need to get it all the way down, just take it as much as is comfortable for you. Really get that rotation, and then rotate all the way up. Good. Once you've done 10, you take your right foot back. Bring your left knee forward now, left foot forward now, take your right knee back. And we're going to do the exact same thing the other side, okay? 10, nice and slow, elbow touches to rotations up. Off you go. Try to breathe out as you're taking your elbow down. Breathe in as you're coming up. Good, and once you've done the 10, just relax, come back to tabletop, and then sit up onto your knees, just shake your arms off a little bit, take the pressure off. Okay? Okay, we're going to go back into that position. This time we're going to do a quad stretch. So let's go right leg forward first now. Let's slide your left knee back as much as feels comfortable for you. And I want you to turn around if you're able to. Grab your foot. I'm going to cramp up a little bit, so I'm going to stretch off first. There you go, once you've done that, and then you can get into your position and just feel that quad stretch. Some people twist the other way, so that you face your torso to the leg that's at the front. It's up to you what you want to do, really. If this is too hard for you, obviously just stay into that lizard stretch that we were just previously doing. Okay, slowly release that foot. Bring your back hand forward again to the inside of your right leg. Take your right leg back, and now bring your left leg forward. And we're going to do the other leg. So reach back to grab your foot, come forward, and feel the stretch on that quad. Okay, and gently again release that back foot. Bring your left hand forward to help you take your left foot back. Well done. Okay, we're going to do some knee stability exercises now, a little bit of hamstring work, a little bit of balance work, all tied into one with a small circuit to finish off the session. Okay, so eyes forward. So we're going to do the knee stability step backs. This is where we keep a small bend in our knee, but then after that point it doesn't bend anymore. Now if you're able to, you can hold and reach all the way back as far as you can whilst not having to bend this knee any, and then bring it back in. That's your rep range. If that's your rep range, that's fine. Whatever works for you is fine. But what you need to understand is as you're stepping back, this knee needs to be stable. I don't want lunges. I'm not looking for lunges, okay? Now, if it's too hard to step all the way back, just reduce your range. Yeah? And if that's a little bit too hard, then you can just go from here onto your toes and back. Onto your toes and back. We're building up knee stability here, okay? So it's not about going fast, it's about being controlled, learning how you can brace your core to help with balance, use your feet to grab the floor. This is real injury prevention type stuff, guys. Lots of things that's going to be beneficial for the season. We're going to be doing 6 on each leg, and once we've done that, what we're going to be doing is right hand goes up, right foot goes up, and then we take our right hand down to touch our left foot. Okay, so it's there. Okay, if you're not able to go to your foot, what you can do is there, just go to your thigh, maybe you go to your hip, up, okay, and there's 6 on each leg of those as well. So we're going to do the knee stability first. I'm going to go left leg, use your feet to grab the floor, very important. Keep that knee now in a position that it's not going to bend anymore as we step back. Let's do 6. In 3, 2, 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. And swap sides. Set yourself up well, grab the floor, tighten the core. Off you go. Good. Then we're going to do the opposite hands to opposite foot. I haven't got a name for this one, but alright, take your time anyway. Touch where you can. If you can't go down to your toe, go to your knee, and so on and so forth. Off you go. And reset. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I'm going to swap legs. Set that foot up, grab the floor with it, and when you're ready, off you go. Oh, it's like a Zen master going through that then. My God. Basically a ninja. Okay, short break, we're going to do one more set. I'm glad I find myself, buddy. At least I'll never be alone. I will. Okay, last set then. Let's do the knee stability things first with the toe taps, and then we'll do the other things that I haven't got a name for yet. Someone come up with a name for them for me. Alright, left foot staying first. Let's grip the floor, set your knee into a good position, tighten up through the core, and off we go. 6 each leg. Swap legs when you're ready, just make sure you set up well first again, and away you go. and the weird things to finish off with. I'm staying right leg first. Right leg on the floor first. Okay. Didn't do that one very well then. Number 2. Swap legs when you're ready, guys. Lost my balance, buddy. There we go. Job done. Session done. Happy days are here again. Good stuff, team. Well done. That was a nice session. As always with the Thursday one, a little bit lower energy. Lower intensity, not lower energy, still a good energy about it. Still a valuable session, as always. I know I say that all the time. But that was good. I enjoyed it. Hope you did too. Good mix of injury prevention stuff as well as mobility and flexibility there. So that's a good Thursday session in my books. And it's another one in the bank, you know. So those who joined me live, appreciate the company, I always do. No need for a cool down on that one, but if you want to do more stretching, by all means go for it. Tomorrow's session will be our HIIT session, and it's at 7 o'clock in the morning because I was meant to be going to see my puppy tomorrow, but I've already seen it now. But the session's at 7 in the morning, so the session will stay 7 in the morning. Yeah, see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See you later.